Hey everybody, we've had some people that have just asked us to kind of talk a little bit about how we might teach our K1s as we introduce the Bulb digital portfolio to them. And we have a ton of resources in your sandbox, but I just wanted to make this quick video to just show you, like, quick and easy how I would introduce it to learners. And basically, the one major thing I want to point out is for K1, I do recommend using the Bulb app. It's gone through a lot of changes over the years, but there's some big reasons why I still stay with it, even though some of us have had some crashes over the years. They have worked on it. We have been in contact with Bulb, and we have noticed a lot of the pre-pandemic issues with the app have gone away. One thing I always would do is make sure that before your learners get started or continue working, I'd get them in the habit of updating the app through Manager. That way you can always stay up to speed, and there you know that you have the most recent copy of the app. One reason I like the app for littles is because it holds my login. So you can notice that I've logged in one time and it remembers me. That is huge. A lot of our older grades and second and up use the web and they go through SSO. That is also an option. I like the app because once I'm logged in with them, it should stick. So we have a good video on how to log in, so check that out. I also love this app because of some of the visual pieces of it. In the past, we've started with a big template with K1 this year, and moving forward, we're actually going to kind of scale back a lot, and we believe it's a little bit more developmentally appropriate for them to learn on that first lesson how to create a new page. If I don't know what a collection is, I don't know what I'm doing in my bulb, it would be very difficult for me to copy a template as my first step. And so as a learner, I'm going to go and I'm just going to create a new page. That new page could be content related, or you could keep it very simple, have them name that page with a title, have them tap, and just create a self-portrait. We actually love this piece of the Bulb app. It's way more visual for our learners, and they have the ability to draw as well as record directly in the app. That's a pretty huge thing whenever you're working on listening and speaking skills. So I'm going to go ahead and for my self-portrait, just tap the paintbrush, and this particular lesson, I'm just going to make it quick and easy because I want my kids just to really enjoy the fact that I can create within Bulb. And I noticed that, and I just want to point out, there is a record screen option. So this would be great later on as you tie to content for kids to explain processes or to look at their thinking that has to do with their math problem, etc. I'm going to go ahead and save. And it could be as easy as that. Now, Bulb does take a second to upload and process things, and I've found that it takes a little longer sometimes when you're doing things whole class. And so what you might want to consider is having kids do this activity either in small groups or, as a process where they're not all adding at the same time. Obviously on this first go round, it's not going to kill them to go into this and do this with you, but just something to consider for the future. And really, if they can handle all of that, you could then go in and have them write a caption, or you could have them record audio. But really, sometimes when we're starting something new, we have to keep it very simple, and it's okay to do that. So I'm going to keep this page very simple, and I'm just going to go to share. The share process is the same throughout the Bulb app. I love it. I tend to go ahead and keep it very simple for littles, and I just go ahead and make things public, and then I go to share. the kids will see this great celebration, and that's just kind of an added bonus of the app. They'll be able to X out, and you'll notice that they have that page saved. Now, the other thing that I want you to know is before I move too heavily on and try to do 500 things, I would just continue to create new pages with them so that they can practice the tools that they can use. So the next time I go into Bulb, what I may do is ask them to do a skip counting activity. And maybe this page is something that I do throughout the year. And maybe I put fall for the first one. This time I'm going to go ahead and model the audio record, and I can just literally have them record audio right there. So just notice that we have the ability to add pictures, we have the ability to add video, the drawing piece. It can be as simple as, kind of collecting their fall, winter, and spring recordings. And then all I would do is just go to record my audio. And that would just automatically go and add to my Bulb page. So it's going to add my audio wherever I am on the page. And I'm going to give it a second to process. Always do that. Keep in mind I'm recording, so sometimes my iPad doesn't like it when I'm doing two things. And then, as we move forward, then we're getting ready to okay, we can start building more in the page. We can go to the add cover image place. We can add our own photo that we design, or we can even go and search the web. So if I'm going to go here, this is a safe search. It has been vetted, so that's kind of a great thing. And it's also nice because the kids can get copyright-free images without having to leave. And you'll notice it's as easy as that. Again, they would share, and they'd be able to go public, share, and really I would keep repeating that process and not worry that there are loose pages in their Bulb until a little bit later. Once they're a little bit more confident with things, then I would take a look at, now that we have pages, how do we collect them? And I want to let you know that it could be as simple as this. I can go teach them in this lesson to create a collection. I could go add to my collection from existing place. And then all they have to do is tap on the page they want to add and add it. Then they can repeat. To add. We would give that collection a title. Maybe it's going to be first grade. And that way they have the ability to create their own collections. And you're not necessarily feeling like you have to build 1,500 things. You really could keep it simple. If per se you have a lot of math pages, you might consider doing a math collection and then grouping that collection in first grade, but you absolutely do not have to. The last thing to share is if you do decide that you want to create templates that kids can copy and put in their own Bulb, I do recommend the app for that as well. Notice the groups icon down here at the bottom. Your kids are going to be in all of their the classes that they're in will show here. And when I tap on a class, all they have to do is tap on your teacher face to see your Bulb. Then they would go to a template. I'd probably put it at the top level. They could come down, tap on the page or the collection they want, and simply say use template. That's as easy as copying a template. Keep in mind, you do not necessarily have to use the elementary portfolio template. We have actually worked on some different changes to the Bulb scope and sequence that kind of eliminate the need to do that. And really, that's kind of how I would introduce my Bulb. Keep in mind that whenever they're ready to share it, you may want them to go ahead and do their profile picture and their cover image. I would also recommend having them shorten their name from Allison Pryor to Allison P. It's a great citizenship lesson to let them know we want to keep them safe online. And then really, parents can go and take a look at their bulb anytime. www.bulbapp.com/their username. It's pretty great. So as I go over here, I go to www.bulbapp.com/ oh, here it is. That's my kiddos, JOP 9639. So whatever that username is, and they'll be able to see anything that's public on the learner's bulb. I hope this helps, and obviously Brad and I are here to help with any of your needs. We'd love to come show you this in person or talk through ways that this could work for you.